We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because... they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You don't think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Howell and the Commanders come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Now Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on what you told me, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On first and 10, it's Gibson. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. We less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because our division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The 35-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. Has some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. The Eagles had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now 2nd and 9.
Let's go, let's get that touch.
Hurts. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember the offense. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. You look at this Eagle defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll go play action. Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Samuel gets them a first, and he's somebody's valued for more than just his receiving work. Sure, he had over 600 yards, but he also had almost 200 rushing yards, and the team loves using him as an additional ball carrier.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. On the counter, Gibson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up the 3rd down. And this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Out left to Dotson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will knot us up at 10. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. On the option to give to Swift here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, It's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27th. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Powell. He'll check it down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. 3rd down and 6 to go.
And you see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. Contact caught the ball free, and it's 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Sly able to put this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Swift going to try up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing is Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown. Watkins, 32 yards. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott got the PAT. And make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down, Commanders.
Faking the handoff. Howell. He'll buy some time right. Thomas brings it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They'll start this drive out on the ground to about the 35, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And that almost intercepted. First pick of the game right there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounce into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Hurts. And that's going to be caught for the Eagles touchdown. Here's Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now throwing on first down here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Curtis Samuel, 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 29-yard line.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as out officially a loss of 1.
If these guys got a challenge in that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Howell out of his own end zone. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Howell changing the play here.
2 yards. And the Washington first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And yet again, it's McLaurin. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down.
To Terry McLaurin. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 29-yard line.
2nd down. Howell now. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a 4th-quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Elliott good with a PAT. That'll lead us up to 18 now.
Commanders 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st down, Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Gibson here running out of the gun. Past the 20. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So a decent deficit at this stage in the 2nd half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Howell, 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
The Eagles take over over first and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Gibson. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Gibson again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Just scored 1 touchdown. Without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help this that time behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. So here we go, 4th down. Howell. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll go on the ground. And, that is going to be a safety. On this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. And pressure back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Powell to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Howell's pass intercepted. The Eagles take over
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the tradition is not really exciting. They like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. And someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end that feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, this was a very